This is Cole Hamilton here with Hamilton Native Outpost, and today we're going to remove some trees here along the creek, and we're going to show you how to girdle trees, which sometimes is easier and more economical than cutting them down in some situations, especially larger trees, versus cutting them down and stump treating. So we'll girdle them, and then we'll treat the crack that we make with the chainsaw. You can also do this with a hatchet by hacking in. They call that hack and treat method. Both seem to be fairly effective. It's also a good method not to, when you fall them all down, then you can't walk through it, cattle can't walk through it, but when you treat them, leave them standing there dead, upright, woodpeckers, wildlife work on the top, cattle can graze the grass down below, and we find it to be a very effective method, and we use it quite a bit. So before we get started ringing some trees here, when you ring one, you want to go all the way around. Your two lines don't necessarily have to meet up or touch. If one's higher and lower, just need to overlap each other. You don't need to cut very deep, just down to the wet wood inside through the cambium layer. So an inch to an inch and a half deep. You don't have to have a saw the size of this. We're using this one today for other things. A lot of the little tree pruning saws work real well. Here's a tree that we wrung with the chainsaw, and we've already sprayed the chemical in. We're using a little pump up sprayer and a little hand wand. It doesn't put out much. You don't need much herbicide here. You just got to make sure that you get all the way around in that crack, otherwise it'll bridge back over and start to regrow in that spot. The herbicide we're using is Pathway. Pathway does go down into the roots, kill the roots of the tree. You do have to be a little careful if you're using this around sensitive areas, that if you wanted to kill this tree but not that tree, the roots on these two obviously overlap. You can't treat this one and not wind up killing this one at the same time.